In this video, we are going to talk about graphs, break-even point graphs, if we have several products. So if we have multiple products, let's see what we have. Well, our original graph would be like that. So we have units and we have dollar value. And for each and every product, what we are going to have is sales, and we're going to have some total costs. And for another product, it may be like that. So maybe the sales revenue is like that, maybe the total costs are like that, and so on. So we have several graphs, units on horizontal axis and some monetary term on our vertical axis. Okay, so what do these graphs tell us? Well, you know what? The more vertical, more positive, the greater is the angle of our sales. Well, this means that the higher is the price of this product. And if we have the total cost line, which has a high angle, so this means that the proportion of variable cost is higher. If we have the angle which is smaller, then the proportion of variable cost is lower. We can also find a graph that will show us contribution per unit. Now let us have a look what's going to be if we have a single graph. Okay, if we have a single graph for 3 products, then we are not going to start, we're not going to look just at dollar value, we will look at profit. Why? Well, because this will be a little bit more logical. Well, look, if we have no sales at all, we still have to bear fixed costs because we had to employ some supervisors, because we had to rent a factory, and so on. So we will sum all of the fixed costs for these 3 products. Some of the fixed costs, they can be the same. Well, for example, we can have a factory and the factory is rented regardless of what products we make. Some of the fixed costs can relate just to one product. Well, for example, this specialist gets a salary, but they get a salary and they can work only on one product because only that product requires that knowledge. Well, anyways, we have total fixed cost for the factory that produces 3 goods. And now we need to make a graph. So we have number of units, and you know what? We are going to combine these graphs. So how about we start with a product that gives higher contribution to sales ratio? If it gives high contribution to sales ratio, then its slope will be more upward. The angle will be higher. The gradient will be higher. So it's going to be like more vertical. Then we will start producing the next product, which also has a high gradient, but not as high, like the second best. And then finally, the last one. Why do we do that? Because in this case, we will intersect with our horizontal line faster. In this case, we will get to our break-even point having produced fewer items. Because if we did not make this order and instead we chose the opposite order, so we did that, then we do that, and only then we do that, then look by how much we had to produce more. And even if we had some average output, average product mix, so we would produce 1 unit of product A, 1 of product B, and 1 of product C, then the slope will still be not as upward as in the first case. And again, our break-even point would come later. And if break-even point comes later, then this means that this project, this company is riskier, because the later it comes, the more are we prone to the risk of having losses if there is a recession and we are not able to produce and sell that many units as we planned. Okay. So this is how our line is going to look like. And of course, it may as well be that we want not only to go break even, but also we want to produce required profit. So here, required profit. And in this case, our number of units that we want to produce is going to be higher than just in break even. And also it may as well be that we sell even more units that we need to get the required profit. And in this case, if we sell even more units, this would mean that we have high margin of safety in terms of units and in terms of dollar value in here. And that is good. So you will need to be able to look at the graph and tell the examiner what is the margin of safety. So this is the margin of safety in units, and this is the margin of safety in dollar value. What is the total cost? So the total cost is this crooked line. What are those axes? So the vertical is profit and horizontal is units. And what is the line that represents required profit? This is the red line. Okay, so hopefully not too scary for you, and see you next.